Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and no disappointment at all. So today I've got four creations for Reforged Eden, which I'm showing first, and then I have two creations for Vanilla, which I'll show right after this part. And well, without further ado here, the very first creation obviously is this Royal Sin here by CrazyZ, who likes to build some pretty crazy creations for sure. I was just taking a look at this one here, and this I do believe has a lot to do with I don't know, like a more of a utility luxury storage type of CV with guns and radar and all kinds of fun stuff. It's interesting too because it's I mean, there's a good portion of at least the exterior that is symmetrically done, but then it has this like asymmetrical feature over to one side over here, which I thought was pretty unique and different. Obviously, you can see the differences from this side versus the other side over here. And yeah, a huge color palette, I'm sure, too. I'm looking at some of these gradients going on here on the wings and things like that, and there's a lot of color going on. But yeah, this is really cool. I like the graphics on here. This feature up here I think looks really neat. Just a combination of different blocks on the front like that, but yeah, it looks really cool. It's obviously sporting some pretty big thrusters on here too. Not the XLs, but still pretty big thrusters for the size ship that it is. And I believe we're going to probably find that it carries a lot of stuff. Just kind of taking a look at. We got to look at the back side here. See if we got that sports car look a little bit. A little bit. It's a little bit different than some. But yeah, you can see the asymmetric part of it on the back here too, and how the hangers like kind of cut in on one half and it's different on the other half. That is pretty cool. And yeah, we got some pretty interesting side windows and things going on here too. I love these like logos and stuff here. Yeah, it's a nice fancy logo there. I like that. Especially how the D's were done. Those are all like individually using some of those symbols and plotting them out and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Interesting use on the windows too. How it's they're kind of like it starts out with a big window and then it gets a couple smaller ones, and it actually like puts in one the opposite direction and then the small one after that. Unusual combination, but it really looks cool the way that's done up. It's just yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat. That little design flair on even how the windows were placed. Very cool. Let me just do one other thing while we're out here flying around. Let me just set the light to nighttime. I just want to see what happens at night here. And also I noticed that this did have a lot of P menu options too. So it looks like our names, exterior lights are on already. So we just got spotlights, sensory bank. Let's bring out some of the guns and spotlights. Yeah, we've seen those before, but okay, yeah, look at that. Look, we've got sets of weapons all over here across the top side of it. They all kind of hide in, so it looks like we've got, what, 8 turrets and a couple sentry guns. Well, actually more sentry guns over here, too. Very cool. I've been having a bit of frame rate problems again, so if it seems stuttery to you, it's yeah, I don't know. It's for some reason I'm just especially maybe it's this planet that I picked or something, but it just seems like my frame rate has really been taking a hit lately on some of these, and I don't exactly know why, especially because for the sake of the video I'm actually running it at a lower resolution than I normally would too. Let me get the sunlight back on here. Ooh, that's a bit bright. Hey, yeah, you got to watch this planet. It's a really glary planet. Maybe I'll pick a different one here for the next video on some of these, but I kind of like the winter look of it. It's kind of neat looking. Well, anyway, let's get in this puppy and see what's going on in here. Again, I'm really sorry about the frame rate. It's been getting hit. I hate stuttery. I like smooth. All right, so anyway, let's do the nighttime thing going inside here, and let's see what this ship's all about. Now it's CrazyZ, so you know I got to hold them to pretty high standards here, and I'm kind of curious what kind of extra facilities we have in this ship, you know, beyond the normal stuff. So, first off, really like this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's got it. Is that an old? Yeah, I think that's an old school LCD as well. Really cool looking though. I like this kind of stuff. It just looks so neat, and the way it's kind of displayed in there. Um, and it's something that definitely looks nice. And the ceiling kind of looks like it's trying to be sky. And it kind of does look that way too. So that is interesting. Seeing some more color fades going on here, and yeah, nice. Well, obviously a pretty decent hangar space in here. Let's go check out the room over here. Oh, that's really interesting. Look at this window design. Have you ever seen anything quite like that before? I mean, it's like this part, yeah, I can get that part. I've seen similar, but not with this big round circle attached to one side of it. That's art for you there. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And hold on, I gotta get out the light here. Oh, I don't have a light. Uh, oh, look at this. That new armor locker. Yeah, this is yeah, obviously it's a Reforged Eden creation. And it was asked before in a comment too on a different video that how I haven't seen this part in my vanilla game, and I'm even using you know, the experimental edition. And basically what I commented on is, yeah, this is a Reforged Eden only part, and there's a bunch of them now. Um, and they're yeah, the team basically got a modeler or someone who can make some nice looking models, and they replaced some and added like just new parts entirely, such as sealed components and things like that. So I mean, it's really got a lot going for it. Wow, this looks nice. Sorry about my little spiel there. I just kind of wanted to make everybody aware that, yeah, but Reforged Eden is doing a lot of things to the game, including this constructor is a new model as well. So this is not in the vanilla game either. Um, yeah, that looks really nice. So I mean, it just does. The lighting in the room is I think it's just neat. It feels elegant, but it's not like overblown, like so bright that you can't see. I sometimes on really bright interiors, I think of like walking around. I don't know, like a factory or something where it's just like they just got the lights caked on and everything's really bright. When you get the shadows, like what I'm seeing over here, um, it's usually when I think the light looks a little bit more elegant. Everybody has their own opinion on that, though. I usually like things a little bit darker. I like this track lighting kind of going on the sides here too. It'd be so nice if you could actually paint some of this where you just got the texture lights to shine through at the color you wanted, but the rest of it would be, you know, like white or matching the walls. But you kind of have to pick and choose there. It's either you have that color texture light, or you have uh, like white, you know, like, you know, on the bottom like this is over here, but you know, white texture lights too. No big deal. So anyway, looks like we got a nice little med bay over here. Looks like yeah, you can do pull-ups on these things too. That's pretty cool. No, I like that. That looks pretty nice. So you got the bigger ones here, and then the two smaller parts, and then your med bay and a plant. That's a healing plant, by the way. If you go up there and sniff it for a while, you'll feel better, and you'll like lose radiation. It's a thing that I just made up. Look at this window too, by the way. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like this nice uniform round window. No, I'm not. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That is courageous in designing. I'm a little too scared to do those kinds of things myself. I'm just like, ooh. But no, it looks really good in the context of the ship here. So it looks like we got a CPU core. I'll save going upstairs here next. Yeah, so it looks like we got a storage bay here. We're definitely gonna have to check out the storage and the specs and stuff. It's more CPU cores, and holy smokes, what's going on up here? Okay, we just left the spaceship, and now we're at like some Vegas hotel or something. Um, yeah, very nice, very nice. Oh, I like the graphics up there too. Look at the lighting in this room, though. It's very unique. It's got kind of a, yeah. There's obviously different color lights and tones accenting certain areas. Oh, and look at this pool. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty. Yeah, I first seen this technique done with using an LCD for the pool water. I think on a recent creation. Oh, I hope I get this right. By Pair. Yes, yes, it was by Pair. Was actually flying around looking at bases, and yeah, I see CrazyZ deployed the same type of technique, and that looks really neat because doing water like this using an LCD to do the water allows you to put like lights in there, and you don't have to like try to line up force fields around it and things like that. You can have a different pool shape, and you know, it doesn't have to be square to line up with the force fields. And I really think, especially lit like this is, the water just, or you know, the perceived water. It's not real water, but the perceived water just looks a lot better too, with the right lighting on it, and that's neat. And you can make a pool any shape you want this way, with curvy edges and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that is really cool technique. Yeah, something I learned from Pear's creation as well. That's just, you know, if you're ever going to do a pool, I think that is the best technique I've seen to date on trying to do it, and I can't think of any other way to do it really. Sort of the force field thing, or just having the pool empty, and you know, whatnot. Now I think back to the MCRN Leviathan, which also has a pool, and it uses the old force fields, and I'm thinking how much better it would look if it didn't, and then it could be a more shapely pool as well. Love this interior though. I mean, it's like I don't want to leave. Like I can just chill in here. It's like, yeah, let's go put in a computer over here in the corner. We'll play some EGS in here, and then take our spaceship up for real. uh, anyway, very nice, very nice. Oh, and we also have a grow plot over here, or well, yeah, 9 grow plots. So yeah, it's got a little bit of that as well. I'm sure that's for the grow light over in the corner there. And I'm just making sure. Oh, geez, no, we keep finding more space here. So it looks like we got kind of a apartment. Oh yeah, see, yeah, this is where you chill and you play EGS when you're in the game. Man, you know how entirely cool it would be though. I mean, I don't know how difficult it would be. I can't think it would be terribly difficult. I don't know what it would do to frame rate, but imagine if you could like on one of these screens here, you could like actually have a working like web browser. You know, like maybe it just like links the video from whatever web browser you're using, and then it displays it on the screen, so you could be in the game, searching the real internet in the real world. Um, Sitting in a room like this, chilling. I mean, that would be really cool. Hook up a little VR to the mix there, and you might never come out of the game ever again. um, so okay, so yeah, we're back to our main room over here. Let me just take a look. Yeah, we got the original sin. Oh, let's see if the text thing is doing the thing. Yeah, the text thing is doing the thing. Yeah, I was someone commented recently saying that I stopped complaining about the text thing for a video, so I figured I'd get it in here of the disappearing letter stuff. Um, I mean, I heard there was, you know, a way. I tried it, you know, like maybe if you like respawn creation and then restart the game, that it fixes it, and that could be true. It's just it seems like it always seems to be broken for me. I've like done things like that, and I come back and it's still messed up, or I just spawned it in, it's messed up. If I exit the game, come back in, it's still messed up. If I respawn the ship, it's still messed up. So I haven't really found that to necessarily work, but ultimately it just needs to be fixed in the actual game itself. So now it looks like we're up to the bridge here. Yeah, another cool looking LCD. Main tank. Just got to study these things. I like these all this line work. And doing some of this, I'm getting a little bit better with LCDs. I do plan on doing a video on LCDs next week myself. I learned a couple new things recently again. I mean, I knew some of the commands before, but my layout and command order, especially with the line height command, which is quite important, I was kind of like putting too many things on one line. It was causing me chaos where I couldn't use the editor in the game very much, and I had to like just keep on copying and pasting things out to like Notepad and editing them and then pasting it back into the LCD, which is really annoying. I think I found a way to mostly avoid that now and make life a little bit easier making LCDs. So I'll try to show that when I make a real LCD for my current project here sometime next week. I got a lot of LCDs to make, so it won't be hard finding material to make LCDs with. I mean, or whatnot. Yeah, this is really cool. This is a very nice ship here. Oh yeah, we got to have our bathroom, entertainment system. Yeah, I love that. Well, anyway, here, let's get the lights back on. Let's take a look at some specs here and see what this is all about. Again, it is a Reforged Eden ship. So we're looking at, so it's not top tier. It's using about 1.1 million CPUs, so obviously it's not going to have the full barrage of advanced cores and stuff in it. Let's take a look over here. So we're size class 3, not too big. Some pretty impressive thrust power, which you can kind of tell by looking at all the big thrusters on here. A lot of 58 on lift, 136 forward thrust. That is a lot. 6 hour and 10-minute build time. Uses some Estrium and Zakosium. I don't think that's a really big deal anymore, especially in Reforged Eden. It's not that hard to come across. You just don't find much on your starter planets and stuff, but and it's a fairly light amount. Anytime you use the bigger thrusters or like many of the better guns and things, you're going to be needing Estrium and Zakosium. 3 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks, and CPU again. Yep, not bad at all. We got our 9 grow plots. Let's take a look at its storage. So we got an ammunition controller at 72K. And a container controller at 320K. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. So it's got one 320 and then another 72 for ammo. It's got a lot of power, though. I had the description on these pulled up, but it's really hard to try to... all the descriptions on every different creation are laid out differently, different information at different places. So I'm trying to decipher exactly some of the stuff and get a little bit better with looking at the descriptions. I know I miss things, and it's just a lot of work trying to, especially if you look at it beforehand, and then it's like an hour later when I'm actually recording the video, I don't know what ship necessarily had what in it. So I'm trying to get a little bit better with that. So I was just kind of reading over the description on the side here for a second, just to see if there's anything else that I should need to know about the ship. But I think everything's pretty much self-explanatory here, which I think is the best way to go. If you can walk through a ship and somehow the author spent the time to give you a good info screen, or if it's dealing with putting in new parts or upgrading parts and stuff like that, explains it good, well indicated on where the part's supposed to go. I prefer that. I mean, it would be nice not to have to read a bunch of stuff. Even with video games too, if a game's laid out in such a way where they really made it intuitive, and you don't need to look things up on the web to figure out how do I do this or how do I do that, then I think that's just good design work. Shouldn't need to have to look up manuals if you got your all your game stuff in order. So yeah, anyway, very nice ship. 320K storage, 70 and 72K ammo storage. All right, so next one here, we have this little guy who doesn't seem to have any gas. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to put fuel in you. I'm so sorry. This is by Annie Noaim, and this is the Kirana. Kirana? Kirana. That's very easy to say. Kirana. Or Kirana, either or, I don't care. It's a cool looking ship. I kind of like this design. It's kind of how the cockpit is sitting back here a little bit, and it's got these big arms on here, but they're nice and shapely arms too. A nice looking connection between that and the main body. And yeah, we've got, oh wow, look at that, we've got a generator chilling right on the this part here. Oh, that's cool. Again, yeah, I can't say this. I mean, if you look at part of the design, if you look at the outer sections, it might have a little bit of that Millennium Falcon journal shape, but it's not. And it doesn't look like a Millennium Falcon at all. It looks really cool though. I dig this. Have to see what kind of stuff is going on here. Neat thruster placement. I like how it lands to it. Yeah, from this. Yeah, that's just cool. That's just cool. And you know, no aim. I mean, with all these guns on here, I don't think even if you can't aim, I think you'll probably get your target. I'm just saying. uh, I'm just kidding there. Oh, look at this thing. This is running some big time core pieces here, isn't it? So yeah, inside here looks like we got a box, or a cargo box, and our armor locker, and O2, and some more cargo boxes. See one of the CPU cores over here. We got a constructor. We've got this part. This is another part that I believe is Reforged Eden only. It is your food processor for SVs, and I also believe HVs. So yeah, hey, vanilla users, if you want to put a food processor in these kinds of vessels, you might need to have Reforged Eden. And we also have our trauma station. And these guys, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. These guys are auxiliary CPUs. That's something also in Reforged Eden. So this is going to be using more than 60,000 CPU. And our ventilator up there, again, yeah, I like how that's done. I like the backing block on there, make a nice round formation there, and that looks very cool. And it looks like we got a form of, I always call these drone hatches, but you know, just a quick in and out kind of top view hatch. You can use them for drones. Essentially, if you're down here and you leap and then you hit your F6 key for the drone. No, I'm sorry, F5 for the drone. At the same time, when you're jumping, the drone like flies out there, and then you can control it from the safety of your ship. Extra convenient on, you know, nasty planets and stuff like that, or if you don't have your space suit on or whatever. Or there's a bunch of bad guys out there that are going to shoot you. Very nice, very nice. So let's take a look at some specs on this one here. Oh, hold on. Oh, so we got our, yeah, we got it. This is probably why it's using a lot of CPU. We've got a bunch of extra sealed capacitors around the on the ship here. Neat. All right, so on this one here, oh, wait a minute. I'm so confused now. I'm seeing those cores in here, but yet I'm seeing 60,000 CPU, which you could achieve by just your standard cores, your basic 2 improved and 5 advanced CPU cores. Maybe it was a space thing, or like, I mean, how much room it took up, kind of thing. But yeah, so only 60,000 CPU. So I thought the CPU was going to be quite a bit higher on here, and it's not. Nice layout here with our different weapons. So we have positron, miniguns, railguns, and lasers. Of course, spotlights too. Yeah, CPU. Yeah, all right. Shield boosters using 17K in CPU for that stuff. Interesting. Let's see what else we got going on here. 2 oxygen tanks, 12 fuel tanks. So quite a bit of that. Its performance looks pretty good. Pretty good all the way around. Yeah, we have for an SV and Reforged Eden, definitely. A lot of lift thrust in there too. Decent strafing thrust, good forward thrust, reverse, down land. Yeah, left, right, all look pretty good too. 5-hour and 35-minute build time. That is one thing that kind of does, I don't quite understand sometimes, because sometimes you get, you know, like something like this has a, you know, 5.5-hour build time, but, you know, you could have a much larger CV in some cases with a lesser build time than what the SVs are. But this, yeah, this is just running some pretty high-tech weapons and shield boosters and all kinds of stuff. So I'm sure it works out pretty good. Yeah, a lot of guns on here. Let's take a look at its storage. And we got an ammo controller at 4750. Fridge, let's see, miscellaneous, must be boxes there. And another ammo controller at 4750. So just shy of 10K ammo storage. But yeah, obviously this is meant to do some combat. Take a look at its hull material here too. So yeah, we've got I believe that's armored glass. hardened steel. Just kind of looking over the body here to see if it fluctuates. So hardened steel up along the fronts, and yeah. So back here it looks like it's regular steel. Yeah, you can. Yeah, hardened steel, kind of probably. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of a mixed material hull again, which is, it's a weight savings. Reforged Eden, it's harder than ever to get things to fly really, really quickly. A little bit more to it, so a lot of authors, and it's probably a really good idea and it's more complicated to build this way, by the way, too, but to mix your materials, like try to figure out areas that you anticipate your creation getting hit the most, or parts you need to protect the most, and then use heavier blocks there, and then in some areas that, where you can, where it's probably be out of harm's way mostly, use a lighter material, and then you'll increase the performance of your ship's flying and things like that. So anyway, very, very cool looking creation here. The NSC Karana by Annie Noaim. Reforge, Eat, and Build Again. So next here, I wanted to take another look at something here from this this author that never sleeps. Just crazy nice stuff. There's been so many, and there's a lot more I want to look at. Trust me. This is by Ente, and that is the official name on how it's said. I actually got that information. I wasn't sure if it was Ent or Ente, but Ente is the way it should be said. And this looks like a very cool base with solar capabilities. Again, a really wicked looking design. Like the color scheme here, and usually, yeah, with this author too, incredible amounts of detail that are thrown into like all these creations. I say the author that never sleeps because been very active, very busy, building a lot of stuff, and just every one of them just really, really cool, really cool. No exception here. So this is just kind of a big pass-through hangar. I like the use of the force fields instead of the hangar doors. Cool looking architecture here. Big swooping kind of angly pattern as you go through it, and then you can just pass right through the creation, park, and take off, go out the other way. Very nice. And quite a few solar panels in here too. I like the layout of them as part of like the entire hull structure here. And yeah, all the antennas and things look really neat too. Wi-Fi access right in the corner there. Got some side entry things, sentry guns. Yeah, again, just nice, detailed. Yeah, not seeing any obvious texture mismatches. It's the builder's worst nightmare is to catch untextured or things after you release it that you just didn't see when you're working on it. So I'm going to go to the night lighting thing here and take a look as well. See what this looks like in the winter at nighttime. That looks nice. Yeah, nice setup here. It's got like the right amount of glowies in places. Good general lighting in here where you see everything, but it just looks fancy and detailed. Definitely like that. So it looks like for function-wise, we got a teleporter over here. Very nice. I feel compelled to walk over every teleporter every time I see it. It's just a thing with me. We got a looks like a little shield in here. Like this kind of sitting in front of our O2, our pretty armor locker over here. I'm going to keep on saying that, by the way. That's a pretty model there. Pentaxa tank. Obviously, it goes upstairs too. Let's see what's on the other side here. So we got one constructor in place. Looks like obvious room for another, or a deconstructor. I suppose you could put there as well. Ammo box, a couple cargo controllers. O2 armor locker on this side as well. And just kind of looking around at all the little features. Yeah, look at this kind of like random, like different kind of glowy in the mix here. Interesting. It looks good. It looks good. It kind of fits with the whole color scheme here. So this would obviously take us out to one of the side doors. Oh, we got some rooms here too. Oh, so we got a restroom area here. Nice. Gotta have those. Yep, our toilets. Very nice. Sink. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, the whole area, nice looking restroom. And we got a cantina as well. Gotta have that. Fridge, yeah, food processor over here too. Nice places to sit. Now, one other thing I notably say, it's really hard to show, but placing this on the ground, I thought the setup with the legs, the way it was done was really nice. It has a lot of this stuff going on there, and maybe I should have buried it a little bit more, but I was, oh yeah, I should have. I guess that's a little bit above the ground. I think I got it right on the other side, but it was really easy to see how far down in the ground I was placed. And of course, I was looking at it from this side, so I was like lining up the stairway to meet the ground. But it's obviously when you build a base, bases are one of the things in the game that actually do use some form of like physics. Like if you have too long of a span without a support pillar, the blocks above it would collapse. Maybe not right when you spawn it, but as soon as you go to do something like add a block or place something or whatever, as soon as you touch it, it processes those physics, and if you don't have enough beams in place, you'll actually have parts of the base collapse. This one obviously doesn't have that problem. There's a lot of support beams below, and I'm guessing I probably should have sunk this in the ground a little bit more yet, but it was easy to see, and it's always kind of a problem, especially spawning larger area bases on the ground. It's you got to kind of compensate with that with legs and be able to tuck them in the ground a little bit to make sure you probably never find a flat enough area for a large base. Um, so let's go upstairs now anyway. I like the overlook glass over the hangar on the side. It looks like, oh yeah, we just got a nice crew room over here. Place to chill, beds, computer, locker. Very nice, very nice. So let's see what we got going on the other side here too. Oh yeah, see the medical. And yes, our medical bay. So it looks like we've got all our specialized equipment and our regular med station too. Nice. Yeah, this is just nice. A nice base to spawn in. Curious what it's going to cost. I'm not seeing anything too crazy on it that would look like it would be super expensive. So we got about 3 hour and 54-minute build time. Not seeing any rares here, so no Zacosium and or Restrium. A little bit gonna need some Neo, some Sathium, some of the more basic stuff. So yeah, not gonna break the bank. Size class 3, not that big. 8 fuel tanks in here. 4 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, I was curious about this stat. Really light on CPU, I think. Yeah, it's only bringing it to 165,000 CPU. Yeah, not bad at all. I wish I would kind of like it. It has all these pictures here, and they never don't seem to ever mean. Well, this is part of vanilla too, so I get that. I was just curious exactly what CPU blocks are in here. Obviously, I think 80,000 was baseline, so maybe this has like an improved or a basic and 2 improved. But I'm not. I would have to look again. Spend a little bit on that. So yeah, definitely very nice. Not a lot of defense. You got 2 minigun turrets and 2 sentry guns. And just see what our base hull material is. Looks like, I would say steel construction. And these solar panels do look like they are sealed off on the outside, so they're not part of the actual ceiling. It has another block row below there. I've done it on a couple really cheap bases where I would actually use this as part of the hull, but it is squishy for sure. Very nice creation. Let me turn this back on. So next here, we've got a little larger ship here, and this is the SS Trident battle cruiser, and this is by Lone Wolf. So this is definitely more of a combat CV in Origin. Really cool looking shape and design. It's got that kind of frigate look to it, but interesting color scheme too, where you got kind of like your white, your lights and darks of gray, and then you got a like a yellow accent, and it uses quite a bit of like white texture lights or parts that make texture light glowy type things, like with the lights over here on the sides. A lot of shaping going on. Every area that could be shaped, like even this flat surface wall. There's a lot of indentations in here, and then the area that comes out, and just it kind of mixes it up all over the place, which is really cool. I like to see that variety in the hull and all the mix-ups. Got a lot of turret positions located here too. I like these extensions here on these side turrets. Interesting look there too. And a lot of turrets and some big artillery turrets here on the front as well. Bridge way up top there. Yeah, this whole plating here across the top, that's pretty neat too. What are these? Hold on, gotta get out the tool. What am I looking at? Torpedo launchers, huh? Yeah. By the way, RE has a lot of other kinds of weapons too. This is one have yet to play with. Thought that was kind of neat though. I didn't even know what it was when I was looking at this. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, it's got torpedo launchers. I did read something that I think torpedoes in the latest patch or update to Reforged Eden got beefed up a little bit. So kind of a interesting little read there. And then yeah, across the side here looks like we've got some areas to park stuff, SVs, whatnot. Psycho enough, HV pilot, next to a hill could probably get an HV up there if they really wanted to. But what's going on here? This is interesting. So this is a big grouping of blast doors that are kind of like a wing. Just see, obviously these can retract in, so yeah, I'll have to see if there's a control or something about that. Oh, and it also looks like we've got a miner. If I'm getting this right here, a mining drill. No, that's not what I thought it was. Okay, that is a positron beam turret. That'd be a little crazy. Oh, look, we got some blast doors here too. Interesting. Like the big landing gear layout here and how this is arranged looks appropriate. The ship there, and very nice, very nice. All right, so let's do the lighty thing and jump inside here a minute. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm probably not hitting some sensors, but yeah, it looks like all this is going to open up and lower down. Door control, huh? Yeah, that's something I just recently learned too. There's this particular part, I believe it's just like a console deco part, but it functions as a button, like a switch, without having the switch, and it looks a lot cooler for this kind of thing. So when I hit that, I opened up that door. Oh wait, what's on the other side here? Ramp control. Ah, so yeah, this is a valid option actually to use as a switch. Something I just recently learned too. So that opens up those blast doors down there and gets your big HV ramp going on to get into this hangar. That's cool. So we got a repair bay out here. Looks like kind of a catwalk up on the side here with a whole bunch of container controllers going along the edges here. I like the looks of this. Yeah, there's a lot of room in here. Look at the glass floor here. Very cool. A big production area along the side here. So we've got a couple probably advanced constructors, and then we've got some small constructors. I like how all this stuff is displayed. I definitely like, and I've been seeing it on most creations, but uh, when you take these parts and you kind of like make a housing for them, like they're supposed to go there and make it look right. And I definitely always like that. Yeah, it looks like on the other side a whole bunch more production, and then we've got a lot of utility here in the mix. Got a couple medical pieces, or our armor locker right mounted above the armor repair. That's cool. Kind of looks like it's all one piece, doesn't it? Nice. So we had a little bit of medical over there. Oh, this is neat on the ceiling. Look at all this intricate stuff here. And there's our warp drive. Yeah, man, yeah, this ceiling was made like everything was taken accounted for with texturing and block work and coloring and everything like that just to make it look really, really sharp. Takes a lot of time to go over and do all this stuff, by the way. I mean, when you're really trying to tweak these things out and getting the look nice and like looking at every little nook and cranny of it, trying to like, hey, what texture could I use there to that would look the best? Like what you see going on here, like you're using this texture here and this texture here, and just a lot of different texture, different texture, different texture, and you kind of piece them all together, and just I mean it looks neat. Just adds a lot of detail to it. So it looks like over here we've got a bridge or a pilot seat at least. Got the good old keyboards over there. Neat looking targeting thing. Yeah, that's neat. Warping, cool. So that's kind of there might be another bridge maybe. I don't know. I don't know the ship yet. So obviously you can pilot it from there, which is really convenient. We got a central elevator as well. I'll take that in a second. I just wanted to walk up over here. Oh, this looks sharp. Yeah, nice. Hangar bay, yeah. LCDs, danger generator area. Shield boost area. Nice. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, there's quite a bit here. Oh, it's running some big parts here too. It ain't playing around. I like those the use of these I don't know, the railing pieces like that. That looks pretty neat. It looks like they're ladders going up there, and you got the dual ones so you could fit them inside the other railings. It's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that particular combination set up that way before. So yeah, very nice. Again, really sharp looking. Just a lot going on with the ceiling and everything like that. And obviously, yeah, some pretty beefy shield parts here too. So then we got a harvest controller up here. So yeah, we'll look at the storage here in a bit in it. All right, so let's go check out the generator area. Oh yeah, obviously kind of a warning sign there that this is going to be really hot if you decide to walk into this room, which makes a lot of sense. It's more difficult than ever to build a ship and not fry a person in certain locations. You just got to have a really sprawling big ship and have a full block distance around any kind of hot part, and there's a lot of hot parts. So it does make it very difficult. I kind of like the idea of having a room like this that's warned. You know, hey, if you come in here, it's gonna be hot. You might want to, you know, radiation and height, temperature. Well, oh, look at that shield. Ha. Taxi tank over there. Oh, we got some red in here too. That's interesting. And our gravity generator. And yeah, look at this enclosure for that. Kind of reminds you of something you might see in like Star Wars or something like that. That's cool. O2 down, or ventilator down there. Nice. All right, so I'm gonna buzz over here and take up this central elevator here and see where we go. Wow, lots of places. Ooh, look at all this. Yes, yeah, again, really sharp. Like the, you know, the different colored tones, the grays mixed with the yellows. Or, yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay, so we got, oh, way out to our, these, like runway landing pad zones on the sides of the ship here. And probably the same going out this way. Yep. And fusion reactor. Ooh. There she is. Big power. So this also had other generators in it too, and it's got a fusion reactor. So yeah, quite a lot of power going on here. Yeah, really sharp, detailed ship. I mean, this looks nice, really nice. Got a little different look than what I do myself, but it's a good look. I like it. It's just sharp, detailed everywhere. I mean, I'm not seeing like any textures or any stone left unturned here. It looks like everything was really meticulously gone over. Oh, look at this. Yeah, our core room. Oh, look at the animated LCD in there, and look at all these aux cores, it looks like, in the mix here. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty high CPU ship. I believe, yeah, we're definitely looking at Xeno and encased room over here too. Kind of see those Xeno textures. Well, this one is unique to Xeno for sure. These can be mimicked, but with steel textures, the other two. Auxiliary room. Oh, yeah. And then the other CPU core room here. Again, Xeno encased, it looks like. And all our regular CPUs and stuff. Yeah, it's neat. And, oh, okay, now we got our full medical bay over here, it looks like. And, oh, yeah, we got a food processor there. Freezer. And a really big artillery turret, it looks like, sitting right over here. Yeah, that's going right outside the ship. Okay. Nice LCD work here, too. Yeah. Yeah, this is a sharp looking ship here, definitely. A lot of time and attention were put into here. So because of the nature of the ship, too, I did want to do a little flying through the hull, because this certainly looks like it's a combat-oriented ship. Just wanted to see what's going on inside the front area especially. So, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, you can see, so pretty much solid block work around here. Decoy parts, well, decoy part there might be more. There's a decoy generator in the mix. And we've got some big turrets here too. Here, I'm gonna get the light back on so I can see a little better here. I see those inside. Wait a minute, I'm confused. Oh wait, blast doors. I get it. Yeah, they're behind the blast doors. Makes good sense there. Alright, so let's take a look at some specs here. So on our weaponry, looks like we got 15 plasma turrets, 12 positron beam turrets. Oh, it does drilling too, huh? So we got 6 laser drills, artillery turrets, 4 artillery turrets. These are big parts to place too. And we got those torpedo launchers, flak turrets, multi-turrets. So it does salvaging and it does mining. And then missile, artillery cannons, long-range radar, minigun turret. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Size class 10, 33 fuel tanks, 14 oxygen tanks. CPU, obviously, yeah, it's looks like it's set to 4.1 million CPU stock, so you are going to need some aux or quantum cores. Well, it seemed to spawn in with them, so it looks like you might just need those ahead of time, or exactly what the ship has in when you put it in the factory to build this. Yeah, as in like total shield capacity, someone was saying there's a way to find out that stat somewhere, like the total shield strength, and I really got to figure. Let me take a look. Try to figure out some of this stuff so I know it for the future as well, because this has been coming up quite a bit, to try to figure out what its like total shield specs are. And I thought there was a way to do that somewhere in here. It's probably in front of my face and I just don't see it. See, protection, total range, jump range, solar. Doesn't do any solar. Generators 4. I still don't know. Yeah, I thought for some reason there was a spec in this journal area where I could look at like shield strength and stuff like that, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, yeah, really, really cool design here. Let's take a look at some storage on here as well. So we got an ammo controller at 320K, harvest controller at 320K, and then we've got, let's see, what are these storage? Oh yeah, these are for real. So, God, what, 12? 320K, it looks like all of them. Standard controllers. So 320K ammo, 320K harvest, and 12 320K standard storage. Now, a ship like this with this many guns, I would consider converting one of the standard storage to a second ammo controller as well, especially with like the rounds that these artillery turrets and these big launchers are gonna use. They do take up quite a bit, but yeah, really cool ship. I never did actually figure out what was going on with this part here. Let me take a look. Is there some switches and buttons here? Yes, there is. There's a mining drill. Okay, hangar ramp, hangar doors. You can control all that from your P menu as well. So you don't have to hit the physical switches inside the hangar for that. That's cool. That's cool. Anyway, the SS Trident Battle Cruiser by Lone Wolf. Very nice. So I'm going to switch over to vanilla, and we're going to take a look at two more creations. Trying to get this part right a little bit too, and I guess I haven't really been looking at. I've got like the actual Steam Workshop post on a side screen here, but I guess trying to like look over that and look at this at the same time. If I have questions, so I'm kind of like trying to reference stuff there to at least try to be a little bit more accurate. I know there's a lot of specific information in some of these posts that would say something that sometimes I'm confused about. So, but it's also kind of difficult trying to read and take and get all this data together and whatnot, and kind of memorize it before you do the whole thing on some creations. So I usually try to figure it out as I go. But if trying to basically I'm just trying to improve and get a little bit more accurate with that. I know I've missed a lot of things on past creations here. So anyway, the next one here is the really cool, the USS Protostar by Dio Camelot 10. And this is a obviously Star Trek inspired ship here. Got our nacelles in the back. It's got a unusual weapons layout going on here, where it's like got this like almost like this little army of smaller fighters or drones or whatnot that are all kind of up in the air here, with a lot of turrets in this area. But at least from what I see now, I don't see any physical turrets on the main ship down here itself. Just gets kind of floating in the air, which would draw the AI attention to be shooting at all this and not really shooting at this for the most part, unless they went for the generators or other parts in the ship. Yeah, really cool design though. Big old big nacelles here. It's got the kind of the red front nacelle look. Like the names, how it's been put in there, and then you also got the like the blue coloring, the nacelle glowy kind of look going on there. Very cool. And there's a block that I really want, and I bet you this author would have really liked that block too, and it has to do with, it would be able to fix this. It's basically like the block that's here. Don't be too mad if it even lets me do it. But so I get rid of that one, and imagine this block if the only difference was that this polygon line here was reversed the other way. So like that, and then it was separate texturing on the top and bottom side. So it's like off. Like if you switched it this way, you would have this nice smooth barrier, and you would not believe the amount of different uses you could get out of that block, especially for cutting into walls with angled, at least 45-degree angled shapes. and doing edges like what's going on here. I had the same problem with the Solaris station. I was trying to do some things and was like, man, I really need a block that is like this, but this line is the other way. And that's it. I mean, it's not even a complex block here. I'll put the block back though. Sorry there. Anyway, no, that's really cool. I like the more wedge-shaped design too. And then you don't have that big problem with doing Star Trek ships in this game, especially a big rounded area you just cannot pull off. Well, you can make a big rounded area, but it's not going to be round. It's going to look like a very low polygon wheel. The larger it gets. If you can keep your more roundy section in a tighter area, then you can have it a whole lot more round looking. And that's kind of what this ship is doing. And it actually did kind of a little bit of a jaggy pattern here on the side to get that even different angle going on there. So, yeah, very cool, very cool. Like the name on the top here. I like this whole like bridge area too. It's got the windows and looks like a lot going on in there. Let's see how you land. Oh yeah, so you kind of land right. So the saucer on this one is like a totally different design format than the one I'm working on right now. So the saucer actually comes right down to the ground here, and then you got like this other section in between the nacelle arms, or I'm sorry, pylons. Pylons, yes. That lands it on the back, so that's cool. So yeah, I mean, doing the Star Trek ships and then thinking about landing can be troubling sometimes on some models, at least. Yeah, cool layout design here. Well, let's find a way in here. I've been kind of like roaming around looking for a way to get in the ship. I'm sure it's got some. It looks like something's going on right up over here. I think. Yeah. There we go. You gotta spot these things. So I guess I'll come in here. There's probably other ways in and out. I'll let me get the lighting rolling here too. Again, I kind of like that night light look on the inside. If I set it right. I don't think I quite set it right. There we go. Nice. So, all right. So we're somewhere already. So we're at A. I just want to try to keep track of where I'm at. It looks like there's two ways out of this elevator, and it's both different. So yeah, it looks like we're right into a production room here. I like it. Yeah, it's got. I like this this gray look. It looks kind of serious. It's not trying to be pretty. More military look. I would say. Cool looking hallways too. So yeah, a couple constructors in the area, or well, one constructor in the area. Looks like some storage controller here. Oh, that's a harvest. So we do some harvesting too. And that obviously would go to a bridge. Oh, there's the second constructor. Okay. Nice. Let's take a walk around here. Oh, look at the gravity generator. Or I'm sorry, offline protection. Got its own enclosure. Got some generators here behind the glass. Yeah, so I thought that, yeah, no, that looks neat. Just you do have to watch it a little bit here because they do got to be if you're gonna walk up this way. I mean, if you stay in the path, you're not gonna get burnt. But you have to be like a full block away from these, or you do get the heat and rads from those, from basically any part that does heat and rads. It has to be one full block distance. That even includes kitty corners. So our warp drive display, like that too, behind a protective glass layer here. Looks really neat how it shapes around the door here too. Very cool. Nice looking display there. And our pentaxi tank right on the other side. And then here's the gravity generator. Okay, that's pretty interesting. There's quite a bit going on here. So it kind of like loops around in like a square pattern. I didn't see any other ways up or down from here, so that's cool. Like that. Alright, so let's go across the elevator. And we've got our shield. And, oh wow, look at this. Didn't expect that over there. Repair bay. Docking bay. Crew. Oh, this looks nice. Yeah, repair console. And oh, and the ceiling opened up here too. And look at the fuel tanks in there. That oh, that's loud. That is a loud one there. Yeah, I like the fuel tanks displays too. Not to mention they look like they're protected, like the glowies along the inside of that too. That looks pretty sharp. Crew quarters. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, we got some pictures on the wall. Nice wood grain. Nice. Yeah, where I lived before, it did have like some flooring like this in the kitchen. So yeah, it looks kind of familiar there. Um, yeah, nice stuff there. So our food processor and fridge, beds, O2, nice and detailed everywhere. Very nice. It's crazy. Alright, so alright, let's go this way then. Okay, bridge. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the camera around a lot. Wow. Here's the bridge. Oh, look at this. That's cool. That is really cool. Uh, like this big layout design going all the way across here. It's like I had to make all these parts or LCDs special to all kind of like fit together to make one big LCD across here with a bunch of stuff going on there. Kind of looks like there's some neat little things going on here too that I'm wondering if the buttons actually change the status on the screen in some of these areas here, like takeoff mode on, shield generator on, radar on, sensory guns activated, enter sensors locked X, VR control display. Nice. I like that. That is cool. Certainly giving me some ideas too. I tell you that much. Kind of in the same situation right now where I kind of want something like that myself. So that's pretty cool. Love seeing it being done up here. Let me check some P menu options here and see what's going on. Okay, yeah, takeoff mode. So let's okay, so we got takeoff mode and we're on. So let's take that off and see if it adjusted it. It didn't seem to. Flight mode. That changed something. How about shield? Support systems, factory, gravity, enter sensors. Doesn't seem to be animating these options here, but they do line up. Oh well, it says it's locked. This might be one I have to read. Aha, one sec here. Let me take a look at the Protostar. Oh wow, there's a lot to read there. The switch to the right of the pilot seat is responsible for activating the defense mode on PvP turrets available for operation on the planet. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of features to it. I would highly recommend checking out the post on this one too to get a good accurate information on all the different things that it does do. That would I would have a lot to read. Kind of go through a manual a little bit on some of the features here. But yeah, this is a really cool bridge. A lot of work put into this. Definitely nice. Just kind of looking around here, and then we go back into the lighting. So it looks like for the most part, it's not unless I'm missing a section, which is very possible. I'm not seeing a huge amount of interior space, but I think this is very combat focused. From reading the description, talking about even PvP type stuff. So let me get the lights back on here a minute. I want to fly through. Oh, you know, I haven't even been up to that area. This isn't the same section I was at before. So yeah, I'm certainly missing stuff. I'll try to find it. Probably here. Hey. You know, I got the lights back on. Yeah, okay. Here is that top room there. Oh yeah, medical bay up on top here. Beds, teleporter. Oh yeah, that one's updating. Is that a thing? So you got to have shields off to teleport, I take it. It did talk about a lot of automated features on this one too. When it lands, it does certain things. It adjusts this, that, and the other thing. In this case, when you go to teleport, it I believe it turns the shields off. So let's take a look. Our shield status is off right now. Let me get off the teleporter. And it's on, yeah. So it does do that. Now this is a vanilla creation. It's well, we'll get to the specs here in a second. Let's get to this bridge here. So okay, just a nice first-person combat view bridge here. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, just trying to figure out. There's a lot of bells and whistles on this one, by the way. So definitely check that out. I just want to do a little flying through the front zone here. Get the multi-tool out, see what's going on in here. So it looks like we've got, yeah, that's a serious layer of Xeno there. This area is all filled in. Oh, look at that, another big serious layer of Xeno. And a lot of filled in blocks here. And more, jeez. Yeah, you'd be shooting at this thing, at least, you know, front view, at least, as a minimum. What's in all these? Oh, so we got decoys in here too. Look at that. Just like little oh yeah, decoy, small generator. Wow. Yeah, this thing's really meant for some beefy combat, and that's probably why there's you know, not interior space too much past this point here. It's because the whole front of this thing is just, it's a tank for sure. That is a lot of blocks to shoot through. So yeah, plus all its guns and stuff are up over there. So yeah, I can imagine this would be pretty effective in combat. It really would be. That's devastating on the front, trying to get through that central hall there. It's a lot of defense. A lot of defense. It really goes back a long ways here too. It looks like all the way up to about this point, but this whole area that I'm floating in here is all sealed in. Could be Xeno inside of there too. And look at all the padding around the sides over here. Yeah, this would be a hard ship to take down. That's for sure. Anyway, okay, let's look at some numbers here. So to start with, I'll just go right over to stats. Size class 7. Quite a loadout of weaponry on here. This is a vanilla creation, so it's not using any of the torpedo launchers or any of the other stuff. And Reforged Eden. A lot of Xeno. And yeah, it's going to use a fair amount of estrium and zirconium. And a little bit of gold in this one too. Nice. So also we have a multi-turret and a drill turret. So it looks like it's probably going to have a harvest bay. They're ready for that stuff. I may not have all the thrusters on right now. I don't. I believe there's some setups. Because it's landed right now, I think it changed a bit on how it adjusts these things. So I'm just kind of overriding it with the controls right now. But it's basically, I think when you land it, it's meant to like power down a lot of things so you're not like wasting more fuel than you need to. So 52 ms lift, 58 forward, 44 strafing, 51 reverse, 52 down. CPU wise, yeah, okay, so it's vanilla. It would have 4 advanced CPU cores, bringing it to 10 million, and it's a little bit over that, but not enough to be concerned about at all. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. We do have obviously a T2 shield in here. Because it's vanilla, you're not going to find the shield increasing parts. They don't. The vanilla game doesn't have those, at least right now. It'd be kind of neat if kind of got together with the Reforged Eden people and really did a number on everything. That would be kind of nice. Let's take a look at its storage here. So we got storage A1 or 320K, another 320K, or exit storage B1 or 320, fuel, food fridge, medical fridge, armory A, okay, that's a box, ammo storage A, okay, 320K, and B 320K. That's cool. I was gonna say I was hoping this one would have more than 320K ammo storage in it. It's got a lot of guns on it, and some of those battles can get pretty long. This one I'm pretty confident would have a pretty good success ratio at doing a lot of those things. So very nice. The again the USS Protostar by Dio Camelot 10. Very cool. So the last one here, we got the STH Vindictor, and this is by eCrawl79, and this is another vanilla creation. Cool looking ship, definitely a cool looking ship. I found this one on, I think it was in new releases, I do believe. I was kind of like searching around, and I usually like to grab something from new excuse me. Sorry about that. And new releases each week, and I thought this looked pretty cool. Like its body and its shape and everything like that. It's got this neat looking front end. A lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff there. Some of these are antennas, but a lot of this stuff is some real stuff. So we got some big old launchers here, and it looks like we've got some I don't know, those are pulse lasers. And our rocket launchers, and then there's just it looks like there's, and then there's some some fake antennas in the mix there too. But that looks really cool. This big angled opening frame there, kind of looks like a big I don't know, encasing, I guess you could say. Some blinky lights down over here. Got a thruster there. Multi-tool here. I like these kind of like these extensions out here too. These big thruster units. Looks cool. I like the shaping going along the edges here. That's nice. There's strafing thrusters. Oh, that's cool too. It kind of goes to a rounded thing there with some littler thrusters right there. And then you got some really big ones over in this middle section here. Cool looking deco along the sides here. Obviously it's got some quite a bit of red glowies going on here too. Yeah, cool. Kind of mimicking the shape used over there for this part, which is great to keep it all together. So yeah, that's nice. Fly across the top here, so it looks like we got a landing pad out there. That looks neat. H. Ha. I want to see the helicopter that goes this. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know if H means helicopter though. I'm just taking a wild stabbing guess at that. And then we got quite a few turrets laid out over here too. We've got some on this side. That's a little different. Don't see any on the other side here, though. Huh. I was wondering if one side is maybe it's set up for a broadside kind of thing. Is there physically less turrets anywhere else on this side? Just one more flyby over here. I'm just curious. Or maybe it just maybe it was the CPU thing or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just not seeing the row of turrets on the other thruster, which is I guess it doesn't matter. It's just yeah, it was just like I don't know if that was intended that way or not. Just thought I'd just throw that up there. Anyway, yeah, really cool, really cool. Oh, we got some turrets right below the hangar here too. Oh, and look at that. We've got a docking pad here on the bottom side. It's pretty cool, actually. Like, you know, especially when you're in space and stuff. Actually works out pretty good. There's often times, especially if you're playing with other players too. Sometimes, you know, you all want to travel, go warping around to new place. You're going to save yourself a lot of tax if you have one ship like bring the other ships and whatever you can dock to that one ship and it moves those. They all don't have to individually warp. Therefore, you save a whole lot of pentaxid, and it's just easier generally getting around from point A to point B. And you don't have to read off, hey, I went to some unpronounceable name over here. So, yeah, anyway. Not all names are unpronounceable. Maybe they are to me, but yeah, it's just I'm just talking about the galaxy map. It's like procedurally made, so it procedurally makes names. Some of them actually sound all right. Some are just like I have no idea what that is. You know, it's one of those things. You're always going to get that pretty much when you do procedural, but you know, when you're going to really do a galaxy, any bit to scale to reality is probably have procedural names. There's just way too many names. I think you could spend a lifetime coming up with individual names, and you won't even cover it. Um, uh, our actual Milky Way galaxy and how many actual places you would have to name, you couldn't do it in a lifetime. Cool looking hangar. Let me go to the lights here too. I was getting a little sidetracked there with stuff, but yeah. I like the pink. That is different. So we got some pink lights, kind of. Oh, well, these are actually grow lights. Well, that's different. Using those for the huh. I like the blinkies over here. So what do I got saying? Foundry, if you are playing on this server that allows CV furnaces. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. So it's got CV furnace locations. That, you know, I know. I mean, you got to have a reason to have bases, right? And that a big one is furnaces. But you know, it depends. If you were very nomadic at playing, it would be awfully nice to be able to actually put furnaces in ACV. But I can see, you know, I can definitely see a counter argument to that too. So, um, I guess you know, when you set up a server, you can set it up any way you want, and I'm not against it. I think it would be kind of neat if I could put furnaces on CVs. I would have to have a furnace room on these things too, which I have not done on a CV because of that reason. And here, let me get a flashlight. It's a little bit dark in some areas. We got some lights going on here, but we do have a medical section over here. Yeah, kind of nice. Got a little bit more of a cruder look on the inside with the little bit more. I don't know. It's not like the super rusty metal. Kind of in between. Armor locker. I'm sorry, armor repair, and our deconstructor. And I like this. I love these little small constructors. Glad they added those to the game. Little workhorses. Chop up all that stone and turn it into copper and iron and silicon. Only every player would do that. It's just an inside joke. All right. And then it looks like we got a growing area over here. Nice. So it looks like 27 grow plots, at least in this section here. And where do we go out here? So we got hallway heading down here. Oh wow, look at this. We're getting into auxiliary. We got some blinky lights going on here too. Secure battle cockpit over there. Nice. Pilot's quarters, auxiliary systems. Lavatory? A lavatory. I never heard that term before. If that's yeah, never heard that term before. Auxiliary systems. So looks like we've got okay, so probably a backup generator of some origin. Well, not necessarily. No, that's a big boy. That's not a backup, I wouldn't think. Yeah, we got some CPU core blocks over there, kind of around this way, and you got part of the generator there, and secure battle bridge. Definitely have to check out that. Then we got a pilot's quarters. Nice. Got your PC up over there. Bed. Neat looking lighting. Kind of different look in here. We got some kind of like this blue marble floor and a little bit different texture color scheme in there. And secure battle cockpit. Oh. Well, this is to the point. Yeah, it looks secure, and that's certainly a Xeno texture there. It looks like everything's going to be Xeno around the area here. Yeah, nice. So we actually came down in here from, yeah. So it looks like we'd have 2 sets of 27 grow plots. Very cool. Oh, and the shield up here at the top too. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, 2 main bridge. Oh, you know what? I didn't go this way yet. It's like all the way to the top here. Okay, yeah, and this is that first-person bridge that we've seen. It looks like we've got our teleporter here. Oh, it looks like the teleporter stays on all the time. Okay, just big power saving things. If you had a sensor for the teleporter, these things just suck a lot of power when they're just sitting there. So I think pretty much everybody's been kind of like trying to place like a sensor like right by it. So as soon as you walk onto this particular block, it turns it on, and then as soon as you walk off it, it's off again. So then you save some power. Just I had to learn that myself too. I did my first teleporter wrong, and it was brought up to me that I should do it that way. And yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense. Just saves your ship just generally uses less power that way. These things tend to, unless something changed in the code, maybe things changed. There's been some updates too, but that's how it was at least last time I remember it. So yeah, very cool ship. Again, the STH Vindicator. Let's go take a look at some specs now. So what are we looking at here? So size class 8. It does actually have 1 RCS in it. Really impressive thruster speeds going on here. A lot of forward, lift, strafing, reverse, down. Yeah, it's a fast ship. 18 oxygen tanks, 28 fuel tanks. Of course, it's going to be using some estrium and zecosium and that kind of thing. On this type of ship, that's pretty much a give me. Pretty large barrage of weaponry. I would say that I think all these would be in default weapon limitations. I see 2 artillery turrets. I think that's legit. I think, yeah. I think most of these are kind of set to default weapon limits, which is cool. Now, CPU, it doesn't seem to doesn't seem to have much installed for CPU, but it uses a lot. So 13 million CPU. So I think this one would need, I believe in vanilla, it's like an advanced CPU core to hit that number. I mean, you could put in 4 advanced regular cores and you can get it to 10 million CPU, but this is going to use a fair amount over that, so it probably need the other type of core. But yeah, this is definitely more of an endgame kind of battleship kind of thing here too. So nice. All right, so let's see what kind of storage we got in here. STH Vindicator. Oh wait, that's not this ship. Yeah, it is. Wait, what's going on here? Yeah, okay, we have the Protostar. Did I not look at the storage on the Protostar? Wait a minute. I guess I didn't. Oh, now I see the Protostar there. Okay, we're at the right ship anyway. So what do we got here? Cargo box 4, cargo pallets, closet, ammo controller 8K. Martin wood controller 8K. Another one of those. Another one of these. Well, a bit of a problem here. On the ammo, ship has a lot of guns on it, and you're really going to want a lot more ammo storage than 8K for something like this. I do believe some of these launchers and things will chew up that the 8K of ammo storage very quickly. And then you got a lot of turrets and things too going on here. So yeah, I'd definitely think about that on future stuff. You know, if you're going to have a combat-oriented vessel, especially with, you know, I mean, this amount of, this amount of weaponry on it, you definitely want more than 8K ammo. It's not going to be able to hold much. These artillery turrets here, the ammo for that is really, really big and heavy. Then again, this is vanilla. I'm used to Reforged Eden right now, so and maybe I'm a little off on that, but I always, I do think it would need more ammo storage. So especially, I mean, some of these fights can go on for a long time too, to bring down the shields and then, you know, do enough damage to shut it down. Sometimes you got to back away for a little bit and come back in and use much more ammo to bring the shields down and yet again and things like that. So having more ammo storage than you think you need is usually a good idea. So anyway, very, very cool design. STH Vindicator. And again, this is by eCruel79. Oh, it's just a neat looking creation. And that's pretty much all I've got. That's all of them for today on this. Just one other thing, I'm going to also get an update of my current project, which is a Star Trek type-like ship, either later today or tomorrow. So I'll have another update. I did get quite a bit more done on it. I still got more to do. Part of that time was put into making yet another LCD, and I've got like probably about 6 to 8 more LCDs at least to work on making. Some are repeated, some would be a one-of-a-kind for certain things in the ship. So it depends. Anyway, awesome work, everybody. Really cool creations here. So yeah, just a lot of nice stuff and very cool designs again. And well, with that being said, you guys all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.